good. Listen to the music and it feels so good. Ay gundang ihangtod, napapuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na sa man ka mo adto. Giving you the best music, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio. Don't stop. Sa Z-Radio tagaan mong lingaw, kay giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Chillin' while the tune in sa radio. All day, all night, dito yun lang sa Z-Radio. Minsan o gasa pa kapadudong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, dito lang sa Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio.
Katambalan ng pag-ahon, isang bansang puso ay pinag-iisa.
Nang diin, lahat tayo'y uunlad at aangat.
Yan tayo, kabrigada, diwa ng bayanihan, atin ang hanggang simula. Man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayani kabrigada, lahat ang ika'y gawin, di ka tayo kayang buhatin. Ito ang Pusong Brigada, paaral ay pinapaganda. Pusong Brigada Eskwela, walang iwanan tayo.
Paaralan, tinatawag na tahanan.
Aalagaan, patuloy pagyamanin, kulay at tinig, panatilihin natin.
Ito lang,
Kapit lang,
sama-sama,
walang iwanan,
mananatiling magkasangga.
langit ay kakampirin natin. Ano man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayani kabrigada, lahat ay kayang gawin, di ka tayo kayang buhatin. Pusong Brigada Eskwela, walang iwanan tayo. Walang iwanan tayo. Hoy, tara, magklase na ta. Tara, tara. Sige, sige. Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhan bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong umaraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Today's reflection. 1 Peter chapter 4 verse 8 says, "And above all things have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins." The young man who came to Jesus asked what he should do that he might inherit eternal life. Jesus told him to keep the commandments and enumerated several of the precepts of the law. The young man said, "All these things have I kept from my youth up. What lack I yet?" The first 4 commandments enjoin upon man the duty of loving God supremely, and the last 6 present the requirement of loving our neighbors as ourselves. How many are truly, sincerely, and wholeheartedly doing this?
The Lord is coming in a little while. And are we performing the duties that result from righteousness? Love is the basis of godliness. No man has love to God, no matter what his profession may be, unless he has unselfish love for his brother. As we love God because he first loved us, we shall love all for whom Christ died. We shall not feel like letting the soul who is in the greatest peril and in the greatest need go unwarned, unlabored for, and uncared for. We shall not feel like holding the earring off and being critical and exacting, or letting them alone to plunge into further unhappiness and discouragement, and to fall on Satan's battleground. For God will deal with us as he deals with our brethren or the younger members of the Lord's family. Cultivate tenderness of heart. Surround yourselves in your home life with the atmosphere of love. But the spirit that has largely pervaded the church is an offense to God. Everyone who has been free to condemn, to dishearten, and to discourage, who has failed to give tender kindness, sympathy, and compassion to the tempted and the tried, will in his own experience be brought over the ground which others have passed over, and suffered with their hard-heartedness, and will feel what others have suffered because of his want of sympathy, until he shall abhor his hardness of heart and open the door for Jesus to come in.
The converting power of God must come to every soul who has any connection with the work and cause of God, that each one may be filled with the love and compassion of Christ, or many will never see the kingdom of heaven.
May pagluban, yuta mong nagmadagayaon, mga anak mong mahigugmaon. Di paligong sa bayanihan, iumol sa panag-iusa. Sa timuang may mabeya at sa pagtinabang may kalamluan. Gikan sa magbubuhat, Davao de Oro, ang tuburan sa paglaon. Sa Davao ay iyong mahuswagon, ang kaanyang mong makabibihan, talag sa undas sa kahitasan, kabukiran sa lumaki alimahan, bunga sa karagayan. May bulawang may pagluban, yuta mong nagmadagayaon, mga anak mong mahigugmaon. Kipaligong sa bayanihan, iumol sa panag-iusa. Sa timuang may mabeya at sa pagtinabang may kalamluan. Nagamitan among kabulahanan, Davao de Oro, magulawanong paraiso. Sa nag-iusang Davaoenyo, ang kaanyang makabibihan, talag sa unggas sa kahitasan, kabukiran sa lumagi alimahan, bunga sa kalagayan. Davao de Oro, kanimong nagamitan among kabulahanan, Davao de Oro, magulawanong paraiso. Sa nag-iusang Davaoenyo, Davao de Oro, Davao de Oro, dagat tuyutan, buhing bulawan. Davao de Oro, Davao de Oro, dagat tuyutan, buhing
One beautiful Wednesday morning, mga Z-Eskwela. Today is April 21, 2021, and today is another day to learn new lessons, mga Z-Eskwela. Ito po, Teacher JL para sa ating programang laging nagpapasaya sa inyo. This is Radyo Z-Eskwela, Ziguradong Masaya, and I am with Teacher Donna.
Yes, hello Teacher JL! Good morning! Ug sila lang itong mga zuking tigpaminaw din hilang sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya.
Right, ang saya-saya mo.
Yes, of course! Dapat ganyan talaga ang level of energy.
Right, oras natin mga Z-Eskwela, 9 minutes after 10 o'clock in the morning. Time check is brought to us by Nuada Builders Construction and Supply and of course by Pahati Construction. Makakasama niyo po ang tambayan Teacher JL and Teacher Donna hanggang alas 12 ng tanghali. And from 12 down to 2, makauban ninyo sila Teacher Drew and Maymay Unya. Okay, so we have 4 new lessons today, Teacher Donna, and please tell our viewers what they are.
Yes, mga kaskwela, ngayon, no? Hold your horses po. Dahil mape po tayo ngayong araw na ito. At sa unang bahagi ng ating programa, pag-uusapan natin for grade 9 mape, ang effects of substance use and abuse together with Ma'am Joan Española.
Right, and at 11 o'clock, we're gonna have our second lesson. That's grade 10 MAPE. That's African music. Bibigay sa atin ni Ma'am Donna Michelle Edong, Teacher 3. That's grade 10 MAPE.
Yes, sa pananghalian, makakasama ninyo si Teacher Drew and Teacher Maymay for Hope 1. Kasama si Teacher Emily Joy Legitimas. At pag-uusapan natin ang skill-related fitness.
Right, and for our final lesson, mga Z-Eskwela, we're gonna have Sir William Renata, our kauban diri sa itong stasyon, sa itong programa. No? Bibigay niya sa atin ang introduction to recreational activities that's top 4 with teachers Maymay and Drew. Right, Teacher Donna, naka-live tayo ngayon sa 3 Facebook pages natin. Go ahead.
Yes, mga kaskwela, you can send us your greetings, your comments, your suggestions dyan po sa comment section natin sa ating Facebook Live at Z-Radio 88.5, DepEd tayo Division of Davao de Oro, and Radyo Z-Eskwela, DepEd Davao de Oro official Facebook pages.
Right, and if you're listening through your mobile phones dyan, and through our app, Z-Radio app, and of course, sa mga radyo niyo po, number natin, Teacher Donna, I don't have a copy.
Yes, that's 0953-211-3492. Again, that's 0953-211-3492.
Right, nasa iyo lang pala ang copy.
Yes.
That's 0953-211-3492, mga Z-Eskwela. And of course, attendance niyo po sa ating lessons for today, Teacher Donna.
Yes, ang ating attendance link ay https://tinyurl.com/Radyo Z-Eskwela April 21. At nandyan po yan sa ating status section sa ating Facebook Live.
Right, and before we move on, before we start our first lesson presentation for today, Teacher Donna, I'd just like to greet someone special to me, Ma'am Maruha Belisario, atong District Coordinating Principal din na sa Compostela West District. Yan.
Yes.
Happy 20th birthday.
Happy birthday to you, Mama Ruha.
Right.
God bless.
Yes. Okay. So, oras natin, mga Z, 22 past 10 o'clock. Oras na rin para sa ating first lesson, Teacher Donna.
Kaya mga kaskwela, gear up for a more exciting and creative lessons in music, arts, physical education, and health together with Teacher Joan for grade 9 MAPE, effects of substance use and abuse. Kaya mga kaskwela and Teacher JL, tara na, magklase na ta!
Good morning. I am Teacher Joanne Dublin Española from Moncayo National High School, Moncayo West District. Students, please get your module in Health 9. At the end of the lesson, you are expected to discuss the harmful effects of substance use and abuse to the individual, family, school, and community, and explains health, socio-cultural, psychological, legal, and economic effects of substance use and abuse. Before we start our lesson, try to look at the pictures flashed on screen. Seeing the pictures on screen, What have you observed? What is common among the 4 pictures? You got it right! The 4 pictures show the possible effects of drug use and abuse. People use drugs for so many reasons. Usually, it is used to treat different kinds of illnesses or diseases. But some people experiment with recreational drugs out of curiosity, to have a good time, because friends are doing, or to ease problems such as stress, anxiety, or depression without minding its effect. To fully understand the effects of drugs, let us discuss further about it. Drug use and abuse do not only affect the person. The affected individuals are the people that surround you every single day. It will destroy you as a person and will affect your relationship with your family as well as your academic performance. As a drug user, you will also be perceived as a threat to your family. Who are affected in drug use and abuse? Number 1, self. It is a person or thing referred to with respect to complete individuality. Number 2, family. A basic social unit consisting of parents and their children. Number 3, school. An institution for educating children at which instruction is given in a particular discipline. Number 4, community. A group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristics in common as a result of sharing attitudes, interests, and goals. Number 5, society. The aggregate people living together in a more or less ordered community. An organization or club formed for a particular purpose or activity. Various risks of drug use has discovered by medical science. These risks are called effects. Effects are either short-term or long-term. In the Philippines, injecting drug user or IDU is one of the reasons of transmission for human immunodeficiency virus or HIV, which causes the acquired immune deficiency syndrome or AIDS. HIV is a blood-borne virus, which means it is transmitted from one person to another through blood transfusion, sexual intercourse, exchange of body fluids, and from mother to child during pregnancy and breastfeeding. AIDS is a syndrome because it is a complex pattern of symptoms. It's a disease which attacks and weakens the body's immune system. There are thousands of cases of infection in relationship to drug use and abuse. The 2 most recorded means of transmission of HIV/AIDS is through the following. Number 1, risky sexual behavior. Number 2, sharing of needles through drug use.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
To test your understanding on the lesson, answer the questions flashed on screen. You can write it in a piece of paper and see if your answers are correct. Number 1. How does drugs affect the students at school? Again, how does drugs affect the students at school? Letter A. Ignored duties and responsibilities. Letter B. Poor academic performance. Letter C. High incidence of accidents. And letter D. Always on fighting. The correct answer is letter B, poor academic performance. Number 2. The basic unit in society, traditionally consisting of 2 parents rearing their children, is called, I repeat, the basic unit in society, traditionally consisting of 2 parents and rearing their children, is called A. Family, B. Community, C. Society, D. School. The correct answer is letter A, family. Number 3. The effects of drugs, particularly those injected into the bloodstream, is, again, the effects of drugs, particularly those injected into the bloodstream, is A. Disease, B. HIV/AIDS, C. Tuberculosis, or D. Addiction. The correct answer is letter B. HIV/AIDS. Very good, students. I hope you got it all correct. Drugs by nature are good because it makes us feel better, it treats our illnesses, help calm down patients with mental disorders, or relieve patients' pain and suffering. The abusive use of drugs may result to bad, harmful, or dangerous effect to oneself, family, school, and community. It also gives burden to health, socio-cultural, psychological, legal and economic dimensions. HIV/AIDS in the Philippines is continuously growing and posing threat to every Filipino. We must move now and make a difference to give our children hope of living a better life tomorrow. That would be all. I hope you enjoy our lesson for today. Once again, I am your teacher Joanne Dublin Española from Moncayo National High School, Moncayo West District. Keep safe, everyone, and God bless us all.
Radyo Z-Eskwela Executive and Technical Working Committee. The school's Division Superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin, Seso 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. Curriculum Implementation Division OIC Chief, Dr. Arlene B. Lim. School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Program Director, Dr. Arlene B. Lim. Assistant Program Director, Noemi P. Canales. Members, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Eldecris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Dr. Renato N. Pakpakin, Dr. Andy P. Cabodok, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Ryan Villanueva, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Daylan S. Milabat, Medard D. Apit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Production and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judiland T. Yu, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen C. Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banyes. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Lanara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo C. Gutierrez Jr., Jade Karen R. Arais, Eliza May Garsuta, Sedi S. Caballero, and Jane S. Caballero. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela,
Hoy, tara! Magklase na ta! Tara! Tara! Sige! Sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhan bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Umulan man umaraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Time now mga ka-Z-Eskwela. It's already 10:38 in the morning. Time check is brought to us by Kanaway Builders Corporation and Phoenix Curvada Tagum Gasoline Station. Ito pa rin po as Teacher JL.
And I am Teacher Donna.
Kaya anong ginagawa, Teacher Donna?
Yes, sinecheck ko yung mga greetings natin, Teacher
Ayan.
JL.
Right. Speaking of greetings, we're gonna greet our viewers. But before that, We would like to thank our content presenter for grade 9 MAPE, that's effects of substance use and abuse. That's Ma'am Joanne Espanola. Thank you very much, Ma'am Joanne Espanola. All right, Teacher Donna, it's time for us to greet our viewers and our listeners. Go ahead.
Yes, marami-rami din to, Teacher JL, sa ating mga learners and listeners dyan, all the way from Pantuca National High School. We want to say hello to Pamela Yaneza, and sa ating mga viewers sa Lorenzo Sarmiento Senior National High School. Good morning, Charmel Nicole Amar of grade 9 Galileo, to Precious Heart Di Mamay, Hana Pia Aranyas, and to Vianney May Tapdasan Lorica. Nagpapabati din si Catherine Julian Obralianos and Mary Rose Ardimer Wahing. We want to say hello also to Shane Evan Rose Dihado, to Nino Ronelio Balala Butaslak, to Vianney May Lorica, Joanna Paula Patio of Lorenzo Sarmiento Senior National High School, and to Charlene Cabrera from grade 9 Charity siya, all the way pa rin still at LSSS National High School. And good morning to Ron Jean Joy Palma. Padayon lang sa inyo ang mga greetings, mga kaskwela.
Right, and we're saying happy listening to Ma'am Thelma Cadiz Bataluna na natin, our
avid listener. Tapan.
Yes. All right, oras natin, 10:40. Right now, we're gonna pause our break. When we return, Teacher Donna, what's going to be our next lesson presentation?
Yes, sa atong pagbalik, mga kaskwela, makakasama natin si Teacher Donna Michelle Edong for grade 10 MAPE African Music.
Right, that and everything else dito lang sa Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Siguradong masaya.
My name is Teacher JL.
And I am Teacher Donna.
We will be right back.
Sa radio, been alive. Bisan na saman good, listen to the music and it feels so good. Ay gundang ihangtot, napapuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na saman ka mo adto. Giving you the best music, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Don't stop sa Z-Radio, tagaan mong lingaw. Kay giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Chillin' while tuning sa radio. All day, all night, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Bisan o ka sa pakapadulong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawan na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawan na probinsya, Z-Radio.
Hisgot Panglawas. Programang maghatod kaninyo sa mga impormasyon mahitungod sa hisgutan ng panglawas. Kauban ng atong mga eksperto. Paminaw matag Huwebes, alas 8 hangtod alas 9 sa buntag. Dili lang sa Z-Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw. Hisgot Panglawas. Mga legal nga hisgutanan, Panyero de Oro, tagaan og pagtagad sa programang Panyero de Oro. Paminaw kada Miyerkules alas 8 hangtod alas 9 sa buntag. Panyero de Oro, dili lamang sa Z-Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw.
You got it.
Panyero de Oro.
Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa iyo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa iyo. Di mo alintana mga batikos at pangungutya, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Ika'y di sumusuko, lumalaban at nangangako, maihatid pa rin ang serbisyong totoo. Para sa kabataan, ginagawa ang lahat, maibigay lang ang edukasyong karapat-dapat. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Ika'y pinangungunahan ng isang superwoman. Walang iba, Madam Leonor Briones lang naman. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, dedikasyon sa trabaho, pagmamahal ng isang ina, nararamdaman ko. Ikaw ang humuhubog sa aming kinabukasan, laging inuuna ang kapakanan ng kabataan. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo.
Laging handa. Laging handa. Bahatag tuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo, mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan, kaya naman kailangan ngang paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya laging handa.
Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka ba nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit, mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang bangka, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Sabay-sabay na babangon, sama-samang ahon, ihanda ang sarili sa hamon. Ipapipigil sa pagsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon, para sa di kalidad na edukasyon. Balik-eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Kristiyano at katutubo, isang hanggarin san patubo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo. Balik-eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangad palagi ng ating paaralan, ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik-eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat, sabay-sabay, pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong
sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong norma, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong norma, sa bagong mundo.
Katambalan ng pag-ahon, isang bansang puso ay pinag-iisa.
Nang dikiing, lahat tayo'y uunlad at aangat.
Hilyan tayo, kabrigada, diwa ng bayanihan, atin ang hanggang simula. Man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayani kabrigada, lahat ang ika'y gawin, bigat ay kayang buhatin. Ito ang pusong brigada, paalala ay pinapaganda. Pusong brigada eskwela, walang iwanan tayo.
Paano na tinatawag na tahanan?
Aalagaan, patuloy pagyamanin, kulay at tinig, panatilihin natin.
Ito lang,
Kapit lang,
sama-sama,
walang iwanan.
mananatiling magkasangga.
Langit ay kakampiling natin. Ano man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayani kabrigada, lahat ay ika'y gawin, bigat ay kayang buhatin. Pusong brigada eskwela, walang iwanan tayo. Walang iwanan tayo.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Tatag at tibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigkisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada eskwela, salib na buong barkada. Brigada eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit-bisig, buong bayan. Tara na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, pagbigkisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada eskwela, salib na buong barkada. Brigada eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada eskwela, sabay-sabayhan na.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Tingog Party List, Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Mabanglo Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, GB Construction and Supply, Kanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, Land Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, Weing Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Bertodazo, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, and Icon Builders and Supply. Z Radio 88.5 FM in partnership with the DepEd Division Office of Davao de Oro presents the Radyo Z-Eskwela program, a radio-based instruction that will cater learners in the entire province of Davao de Oro. Division Executive Committee headed by the Schools Division Superintendent Eufemia T. Gamutin, CESO 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent Feby K. L. Refamonte, CPA, Curriculum Implementation Division Chief Dr. Josie T. Bolufer, and School Governance and Operations Division Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Karina S. Frasco, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldicris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinuti, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Fabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangi, Girly Ringo, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee for Production and Communications: Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judelan T. U, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Irene Leia C. Mangohon, and Bessie Aya N. Banyes. Social Media and Packaging Team: Christian Anjara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoto, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyan, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Arais.
Hoy, tara, magklase na ta! Tara, tara! Sige, sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Umulan man umaraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Good day, grade 10 students. Welcome to our music class. This is TV Eskwela of DepEd Davao de Oro, where education continues in your respective television. I am teacher Donna Michelle Faborada Edong from Attorney Orlando S. Rimando National High School, Makot North District. Today, we will be learning about African music, Quarter 2, Module 1. In this lesson, you are expected to describe the historical and cultural background of African music, listen perceptively to African music. Before we will proceed to our lesson, let us first answer few questions to test the level of your understanding before and after instruction, and find out what instruction you need more or what you may already know. Get your activity notebook or any sheet of paper available. Select your best answer in the box and write the letter only. Listen attentively. I will repeat the question only twice. Here are the choices. A. Music of Africa. B. Afrobeat. C. Apala. D. Juju. E. Dondon. F. Kwasa-kwasa. G. Jive. H. Marabi. I. X. J. Jit. And K. Zouk. Here are the questions. Number 1. It is a rich and diverse cultural heritage that exists in hundreds of different languages. I repeat, it is a rich and diverse cultural heritage that exists in hundreds of different languages. Question number 2. It is described as the fusion of West African and Black American music. I repeat, it is described as the fusion of West African and Black American music. Number 3, it is used to wake up the worshipper after fasting during the Muslim holy feast of Ramadan. I repeat, it is used to wake up the worshipper after fasting during the Muslim holy feast of Ramadan. Question number 4. It is a popular musical genre from Salvador, Bahia, and Brazil. I repeat, it is a popular musical genre from Salvador, Bahia, and Brazil. Number 5. It is a hard and fast percussive Zimbabwean dance music played on drums with guitar accompaniment. I repeat, it is a hard and fast percussive Zimbabwean dance music played on drums with guitar accompaniment. Number 6. This dance style began in Zaire in the late 1980s and was popularized by Kenda Bongo Men. I repeat, this dance style began in Zaire in the late 1980s and was popularized by Kanda Bongo Man. Number 7. This refers to the South African three-chord township music of the 1930s to 1960s, which evolved into African jazz. I repeat, this refers to the South African three-chord township music of the 1930s to 1960s, which evolved into African jazz. Number 8. It is a popular form of South African music featuring a lively and uninhibited variation of the jitterbug. I repeat, it is a popular form of South African music featuring a lively and uninhibited variation of the jitterbug. Question number 9. It is a popular music style from Nigeria that relies on the traditional Yoruba rhythms. I repeat, it is a popular music style from Nigeria that relies on the traditional Yoruba rhythms. Question number 10. It is known as the talking drum or squeeze drum. I repeat, it is known as the talking drum or squeeze drum. Let us now check your answers. Please observe honesty while checking your own paper. For question number 1, the answer is letter A, music of Africa. Number 2, letter B, Afrobeat. Number 3, C, Apala. 4, letter I, X. 5, letter J, JIT. 6, letter F, Kwasa-kwasa. Number 7, letter H, Marabi. 8, letter G, Jive. 9, letter D, Juju. And 10, letter E, Dundon. Who got the perfect score? Congratulations!
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
To fully understand and appreciate music as a whole, this lesson will help you master the concepts regarding the Afro-Latin American and popular music in terms of African music. Students, are you ready for today's lesson? Very good! Our lesson today is about the music of Africa. We will know the historical and cultural background of African music and listen to the different musical styles. What is African music? African music has rich and diverse cultural heritage that exists in hundreds of different languages. The music in Africa always has the technique of call and response, in which a person leads by singing a phrase and followed and answered by a group of singers. Let us listen to the example.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọjọ́ tí ó bá lè jọba ló ń gbò rárá o. Wọ́n sọ pé onítọ̀hún ò máa mọ́jọ́. Ẹ̀wù agbádá kò ṣeé fi jọba ló ń gò. Àmọ́ bí ẹbí ọwọ́ ọmọ ni. Bọ́ìsì ìjọba ló ń gò tẹ́rí yẹn. Ìṣe tó ní ìdádógó. Mo ṣe kòwó rẹpẹtẹ.
African music basically has an interlocking structural format due mainly to its overlapping and dense texture as well as its rhythmic complexity. Its many sources of influence have produced such varied styles and genres as the following. The first musical style is Afrobeat. What is Afrobeat? Afrobeat is a term used to describe the fusion of West African with Black American music. Now, let us listen to an example of Afrobeat. The second is the Apala, also known as Akpala. Apala is a musical genre from Nigeria in the Yoruba tribal style to wake up the worshippers after fasting during the Muslim holy feast of Ramadan. Instrumentation includes the rattle or sekere, thumb piano or agidigbo, bell or agogo, and 2 or 3 talking drums. Let us listen to the music.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọjó tí ó bá lè jọba ló ń gbò rárá o. Wọ́n sọ pé onítọ̀hún ò máa mọ́jó. Ẹ̀wù agbádá kò ṣe é fi jọba ló ń gò. Àmọ́ kó bí ẹbí ọwọ́ ọmọ ni. Bọ́ìsì ìjọba ló ń gò tẹ́rí yẹn. Kì í ṣe tó ní ìdádógó. Mo ṣe kòwó rẹpẹtẹ.
Third is Axe. Axe is a popular musical genre from Salvador, Bahia, and Brazil. It fuses the Afro-Caribbean styles of the marcha, reggae, and calypso. Let us listen to the example. Fourth, Jit. Jit is a hard and fast Zimbabwean dance music played on drums with guitar accompaniment. Let us listen to the example. Fifth is jive. Jive is a popular form of South African music featuring a lively and uninhibited variation of the jitterbug, a form of swing dance. Let us listen to the example. Sixth, Juju. Juju is a popular style from Nigeria that relies on the traditional Yoruba rhythms. A drum kit, keyboard, and accordion are used along with the traditional dundun, or also known as talking drum or squeeze drum. 7 is kwasa kwasa. Kwasa kwasa is a dance style begun in Zaire in the late 1980s. It was popularized by Kanda Bongo Man. In this dance style, the hips move back and forth while the arms follow the hip movements. Shake Your Booty dance style began in Zaire in the late 80s. Let us listen to the example. A. Marabi. Marabi is a South African three-chord township music of the 1930s to 1960s, which evolved into African jazz. Characterized by simple chords in varying vamping patterns and repetitive harmony over an extended period of time to allow the dancers more time on the dance floor. Let us listen to the example. That's the end of our discussion. Are you ready for a short quiz? Yes, I know that you are excited to answer the questions about the discussion we had a while ago. This is a multiple choice type of quiz. Choose the letter of your best answer. Write the letter of the correct answer on your activity notebook. Now, let us check together your answers. Please observe honesty while checking your own papers. Who got the perfect score? Congratulations! So, it has been a wonderful day to all of us, as today we have learned something new. So once again, I am Teacher Donna Michelle Faborada Edong from Attorney Orlando S. Rimando National High School, Mako North District, saying, Edu Action amidst this pandemic. Bye-bye!
Radyo Z-Eskwela Executive and Technical Working Committee. The school's Division Superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin Seso 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. Curriculum Implementation Division OIC Chief, Dr. Arlene B. Lim. School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Program Director, Dr. Arlene B. Lim. Assistant Program Director, Noemi P. Canales. Members, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Eldecris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Dr. Renato N. Pakpakin, Dr. Andy P. Cabodok, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Ryan Villanueva, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Daylan S. Milabat, Medard D. Apit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Production and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judilan T. Yu, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen C. Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banyes. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo C. Gutierrez Jr., Jade Karen R. Arais, Eliza May Garsuta, Sedi S. Caballero, and Jane S. Caballero. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela,
Sugata ang adlaw with a smile. Tune in na sa radio, in alive. Bisan na sa man good, listen to the music and it feels so good. Ay gundang ihangtod, di papuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na sa man ka mo adto. Giving you the best music, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio. Don't stop sa Z-Radio, tagaan mong lingaw. Kay giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Tune while we tune in sa radio. All day, all night, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Bisan o ka sa pakapadulong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pagsibya, Z-Radio.
Katambalan ng pag-ahon, isang bansang puso ay pinag-iisa.
Nang diin, lahat tayo'y uunlad at aangat.
Hilyan tayo, kabrigada, diwa ng bayanihan, atin ang nasimula. Man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayan at kabrigada, lahat ang ikayang gawin, bigat ay kayang buhatin. Ito ang pusong brigada, paalala ay pinapaganda. Pusong brigada eskwela, walang iwanan tayo.
Paano na
mga tahanan.
Alagaan, patuloy pagyamanin, kulay at tinig, panatilihin natin. Kapit lang,
Sama-sama,
walang iwanan,
mananatiling magkasangga.
langit ay kakampiling natin. Ano man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayani ka, brigada, lahat ay kayang gawin, bigat ay kayang buhatin. Pusong Brigada Eskwela, walang iwanan tayo. Walang iwanan tayo. Laging handa. Laging handa. Baha, tagtuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo, mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan, kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka pa nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit, mga gamit pangligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang duga, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Sabay-sabay na babangon, sama-samang ahon, ihanda ang sarili sa hamon. Ipagpipigil sa pagsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon para sa di kalidad na edukasyon.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Kristiyano katutubo, isang hanggarin san patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangat palagi ng ating paaralan, ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat, sabay-sabay, pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na, bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Tatag at tibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang brigada, pagbigkisin lakas at diwa. Tara na brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, salim na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit-bisig, buong bayan. Tara na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, lakas at diwa. Tara na, brigada na, brigada, eskwela, magkaisa, sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, salit na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, sabay-sabayhan na, sabay-sabayhan na.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Tingog Party List, Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Mabanglo Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Kanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Maze Enterprises Incorporated, We-Ing Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Bertodazo, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, and Icon Builders and Supply.
Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Di mo alintana mga batikos at pangungutya, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Ika'y di sumusuko, lumalaban at nangangako, maihatid pa rin ang serbisyong totoo. Para sa kabataan, ginagawa ang lahat, maibigay lang ang edukasyong karapat-dapat. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo, sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Ika'y pinangungunahan ng isang superwoman, walang iba, Madam Leonor Briones lang naman. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, dedikasyon sa trabaho, pagmamahal ng isang ina, nararamdaman ko. Ikaw ang humuhubog sa aming kinabukasan, laging inuuna ang kapakanan ng kabataan. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo, sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo.
Hoy, tara, magklase na ta! Tara, tara! Sige, sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika
Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela. Umulan man umaraw, edukasyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
Kayo po nakikinig dito sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Tapos Teacher JL.
And I am Teacher Donna.
Oras natin mga Z-Eskwela, 11:47 na sa buntag. Oras gatod ka nato sa Kanaway Builders Corporation and Phoenix Carvada Tagum Gasoline Station. Teacher Donna, we are about to say goodbye to them. And yes, we want to thank our lesson presenter for grade 10, mga that's Ma'am Donna Michelle Edong, teacher 3, and that's grade 10 African music.
Daghang salamat, Teacher Donna.
Right, musod na sila
Teachers Drew and Maymay.
para sa atong duha na pod ka lesson presentations, Teacher Donna.
Yes, for Hope 1, that's skill-related fitness, na ibabahagi sa atin ni Ma'am Emily J. Lihitimas.
Right, and for Hope 4, atong kauban sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, Sir William Manara of Nabunta National Comprehensive High School. That's Introduction to Recreational Activities. Right? So, yan lang po para sa amin ngayon ni Teacher Donna. Babalik po kami bukas at 12 o'clock, mga ka-Z-Eskwela, pagkatapos ni Sir Given tomorrow. Okay? So, yan po ang ating dalawang lesson presentations for today. Again, abangan niyo po sina Teachers Maymay and Drew for Hope 1 and Hope 4. Okay? So, dahil salamat sa pong karangalan ang makapaglingkod sa inyo ngayong araw nito. Again, my name is Teacher JL.
And I am Teacher Donna.
Hanggang sa muli, dalaygon ang Diyos.
Sugata ang adlaw with a smile. Tune in na sa radio, been alive. Bisan na sa man good, listen to the music and I feel so good. Ay gundang ihangtod, may papuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na sa man ka mo adto. Giving you the best music, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon nga pasilya, Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon nga probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon nga pagsibya, Z-Radio. Don't stop sa Z-Radio, tagaan mong lingaw. Kay giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Chillin' while tune in sa radio. All day, all night, dito yun lang sa Z-Radio. Bisan o ka sa pakapadulong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, dito lang sa Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon nga probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon nga pasilya, Z-Radio. Kay ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay
Kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo, napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan. Kaya naman kailangan ngang paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa.
Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka pa nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit, mga gamit pangligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang duga, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Di mo alintana mga batikos at pangungutya, lalong-lalo na sa panahon ng pandemya. Ika'y di sumusuko, lumalaban at nangangako, maihatid pa rin ang serbisyong totoo. Para sa kabataan, ginagawa ang lahat, maibigay lang ang edukasyong karapat-dapat. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo. Saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Ika'y pinangungunahan ng isang superwoman. Walang iba, Madam Leonor Briones lang naman. Sa ngalan ng serbisyo, dedikasyon sa trabaho, pagmamahal ng isang ina, nararamdaman ko. Ikaw ang humuhubog sa aming kinabukasan. Laging inuuna ang kapakanan ng kabataan. Kaya't ang awit kong ito ialay ko sa'yo. Deped ako'y saludo sa'yo sa katapatan mo sa Pilipino. Ngayong kaarawan mo, tanggapin mo ang pagpupugay ko. O deped ako'y saludo sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Saludo, saludo, saludo ako sa'yo. Sabay-sabay na babangon, sama-samang ahon, ihanda ang sarili sa hamon. Ipakipigil sa pagsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon, para sa di kalidad na edukasyon.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, kahirapan kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Muslim, Kristiyano at katutubo, isang hanggarin saan patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan. Handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face-to-face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob sa bagong normal, sa bagong
Isang
mundo.
alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangat palagi ng ating paaralan, ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat, sabay-sabay, pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
bagong mundo. Sa bagong norma, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong norma, sa bagong mundo.
Laging handa. Laging handa. Baha, tagtuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo. Mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan. Kaya naman kailangan ngang paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka ba nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, bumot pang sindi, first aid kit. Mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindor o sumabog ang bulkan, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Z Radio 88.5.
Check your time mga kazi, it's already 6 minutes past the hour of 12. Again, alas 12:06 na ang atong oras. And time check sa tuig ka nato ni Vice Governor Maria Carmen Zamora. A pleasant noon, everyone! Ayan, maayong udto sa tanan natong mga Zuking listeners wherever you are right now. And hopefully, nakapaniudto na ang tanan. Ikaw, Sir Drew, naniudto na ba ka?
Yes, I'm done eating my lunch. And maayong udto usab sa ato ang mga Zuking tigpaminaw through our favorite radio station din sa atong Z Radio 8.5, Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw.
Yes, ayan. So, once again, hopefully nakapaniud to na ang tanan. So, it's a wonderful Wednesday, mga kazi. O, ganina no, nasugda na ni Sir JL and Ma'am Donna ang ato ang programa. So, in the continuation of our program, for the remaining 2 hours po, kami po ang inyong makakasama. Kaya naman po, samahan niyo po kami hanggang alas 2 ng hapong ito. I am May Resma po.
I am Sir Drew Manuel po.
Yes, kayo'y nakikinig pa rin sa inyong paboritong programa. Ito ang Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Siguradong masaya.
And our program is atid po sa atin ng DepEd Division of Davao de Oro in partnership with the Z-Radio 88.5.
Ayan, Teacher Mai. So aside sa ating on-air din sa atong paboritong istasyon, we do have our cross-line streaming gamit ang ating Facebook application. So katong wala pa naka-like, naka-follow, ay naka-subscribe sa among mga FB pages, ayan. So mag-like and subscribe na. So we have our FB pages such as the Facebook Live at Z-Radio 88.5, DepEd Tayo Division of Davao de Oro, and the Radyo Z-Eskwela, DepEd Davao de Oro. With those FB pages po, mga ka-Z, so mamahimong ihatag ninyo ang inyong mga comments, suggestions, and recommendations may tungod sa atong programang Radyo Z-Eskwela, and even inyong mga pa-shoutouts po. And kindly write it in your comment boxes of our FB pages. And at the same time, mga Z, if you're not online ngayon, so worry no more since we do have our YouTube channel. So live na live din tayo sa ating YouTube channel, which is the Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO. Again, our YouTube channel, like and subscribe na, Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO.
Ayan, so maraming thank you, Sir Drew, for that information. Ating oras ngayon, it's already 12:08, mga ka-Z. And hello, hopefully nakapaniud to na ang ato ang dear learners labaw na sa grade 11 and grade 12 nato, no? Nga mga learners, ayan, andam-andam na mo tungod kay ang nahibili nato nga duha ka lesson presentations is para po sa inyo. And speaking of learners, we are encouraging you, mga dear learners, to kindly notify us with your attendance. So once again, ang ato ang link naka-flash ato ang screen karon and nakapina sa ato ang description box. Okay, so ang link po natin for today is https://tinyurl.com/Radyo Z-Eskwela April 21. Kaya hihintayin po namin ang inyong mga responses as well as your messages, mga ka-Z.
Tama ka dyan, Teacher Mai. And may untusab sa atong mga butihing Radyo Z-Eskwela program sponsors and also sa atong mga personahe din sa atong division office nagipangunahan sa atong SDS na si Ma'am Euphemia Tigamutin and also to our ASDS Dr. Mel Handayan.
Of course, ato ang RBI Director, no? To Ma'am Arlene Lim, and hello also to Ma'am Noemi Canales. And of course, Sir Drew, ato apong itimbaya ang EPS, ato ang featured subject for today, nga si Sir Dexter Sikinya. Ayan, hello Sir Dex. Oo, maayod to kanyo mo, Sir. Yes. So, samahan niyo po kami with our team for today. Kasama po natin si Sir Ralph Tabanyag as our VMix operator.
And also with our SMPT, Ma'am Irene Lea Mangohon.
Together also with Ma'am Jade Karen Arais and Sir Angelo Gutierrez.
And kanina naman po, nakasama niyo si Teacher Donna and Teacher JL.
So ano pang hinihintay natin? Tara na! Magpatuloy na tayo sa ating klase sa araw na ito.
Yes, and we will start with the learning area na Hope 1 na may topic na skill-related fitness. Makakasama natin dito bilang content presenter si Emily Joy Legitimas.
Ayan, so alas 12:11 na po. Gear up for a more exciting and creative lessons in music, arts, physical education, and health. Kaya naman po, tara na, magklase na ta!
Good afternoon, grade 11 students. How are you today? Welcome to our physical education class. I am Teacher Emily Joy Jose Legitimas from Bangon National High School, Compostela East District. Wow! For an hour, we will explore our lesson for the subject Health Optimizing Physical Education 1. Please use your module, your notebook, and pen all throughout the discussion, so you can take down notes, learnings, and as well as questions for clarifications. The following are some reminders in using your module. Use the module with care. Do not put unnecessary marks on any part of the module. Use a separate sheet of paper in answering the exercises. Don't forget to answer what I know before moving on to the other activities included in the module. It is a multiple choice activity that aims to check what you already know about the lesson to take. Read the instruction carefully before doing each task. As for this episode, I will be with you as we accomplish some of the tasks and activities for the Quarter 1, Module 4 of the subject Health Optimizing Physical Education 1. Observe honesty and integrity in doing the task and checking your answers. Finish the task at hand before proceeding to the next. Return this module to your teacher or facilitator once you are through with it. Shall we start grade 11 learners? Let us start. Our topic is on skill-related fitness. At the end of this episode, you are expected to identify the components of skill-related fitness. Perform the 6 components of skill-related fitness activity. And appreciate the importance of skill-related fitness through your well-being. As we start exploring this week's lesson, let us first have the pretest so that we can assess how much your knowledge about this topic. Please get your Hope 1 Quarter 1 Module 4 and answer the activity What I Know on page 2. Answer the following on a separate sheet of paper. I will give you time to answer this activity. Are you ready, grade 11 students? Well, then let's start. Are you done? Then, let's check your answer. Before we move on, let us have a review on our last lesson. I hope you can still remember your Module 3 lessons. Anyway, this is an easy one. What is aerobic exercise? As defined in your module, it refers to any physical activity that makes you sweat, causes you to breathe harder, and gets your heart beating faster compared to when you are at rest. Can you give us an example of aerobic exercise? Correct! Zumba is one good example of aerobic exercise. Doing aerobic exercise regularly can strengthen your heart and lungs and trains your cardiovascular system to manage and deliver oxygen more quickly and efficiently throughout your body. Please turn your module to page 4. Please answer the activity What's In before we will proceed to our new topic. I will give you time to answer this activity. Are you ready, grade 11 students? Well then, let's start! Are you done answering? Let's check your answer. Reminder, Before engaging to our next activity, practice precautionary measures to avoid accident or injury while performing the different activities. For our discussion, we will focus on skill-related fitness. Open your module on page 6 and let's try to answer the activity What's New? Classify the following activities according to skill-related fitness. Choose your answer from the text box. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Walking in the hanging bridge. Number 2. Ironing the clothes. Number 3. Throwing the ball. Number 4. Running. Number 5. Avoid fast approaching car. Number 6. Shooting the ball. Number 7. Sweeping the floor. Number 8. Catching a falling fruit. Number 9. Chasing the dog. Number 10. Kicking your opponent. Are you done answering? Great! Let us check your answers if you got them right. What is the answer for number 1? Balance! Good! How about number 2? Balance! How about number 3? Power! Very good! How about number 4? Running? Speed! What about number 5? Avoid fast approaching car. Agility. What is the answer for number 6? Coordination. How about number 7? Coordination. Amazing. How about number 8? Reaction time. How about number 9? What is the answer for number 10? Power! Great! I think you're ready for a new topic. First, let us define fitness. What is fitness? It is a condition in which an individual has sufficient energy to avoid fatigue and enjoy life. There are 2 components of fitness: the skill-related fitness and the health-related fitness. What is skill-related fitness? Skill-related fitness or performance-related fitness involves skills that will enhance one's performance in athletic or sports events. It consists of those components of fitness that have a relationship with enhanced performance in athletic activities. Skill-related fitness has 6 components: agility, balance, coordination, power, speed, and reaction time. Skilled athletes typically excel in all of these 6 areas. Let us define first agility. Agility is the ability to change and control the direction and position of the body while maintaining a constant and rapid motion. Can you give us example? Yes, correct! Changing direction to hit a tennis ball. Second is balance. It is the ability to control or stabilize the body when a person is standing still or moving. Example, skateboarding, biking, and walking in the hanging bridge. How about this one? Can you identify what skill-related fitness is this? Correct! Coordination. Coordination is the ability to use the senses together with body parts during movement. Example, dribbling a ball using the hand-eye coordination. We have discussed the first 3 skill-related fitness. The fourth one is speed. It is the ability to move your body or parts of your body swiftly. In sports, players rely on speed to gain advantage over your opponents. For example, a basketball player making a fast break to perform a layup. Another example is a tennis player moving forward to get a drop shot. Last is a football player running out the defense to receive a pass. All of these are good examples of speed. Next is power. Power is the ability to move the body parts swiftly while applying a maximum force of the muscles. Power is a combination of both speed and muscular strength. For example, punching in boxing and kicking for taekwondo. And lastly, we have the reaction time. It is the ability to reach or respond quickly to what you hear, see, or feel. For example, an athlete quickly runs when he or she hears the starting gun, or stealing a base in baseball.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
Now that we have defined the 6 skill-related fitness components and their examples, please turn your module to page 7. You will perform the 6 components of skill-related fitness activity. The purpose of this activity is to help you gain understanding of what happens to your heart rate when you perform activities, to develop the 6 components of skill-related fitness. Students, please listen for the instructions. 1. Perform each activity as fast and as many as you can for 30 seconds. 2. Use your heart rate monitor and record your heart rate before and immediately after your activity. Take note, if you are breathless or fainting at the end of the activity between each exercise, walk slowly and allow your heart rate to go below 125 if possible. In case your heart rate is over 125 at the end of the exercise, record how long it takes to go below 125. And please, don't forget wearing proper attire in performing the activities. These are the following activities you need to perform. Number 1, obstacle drill. Run through tires, plastic bottles, or chairs. Number 2, weave through chairs. Run as fast as you can weave through chairs. Number 3, balance at 3 levels. Use monoblock chairs or stairs. Balance with one leg, move to low level, and balance for 10 seconds. Move to a medium level and balance for 10 seconds. Move to a high level and balance for 10 seconds. Number 4, pick me up. Place an object in front with 12 inches apart from your feet. Then, stand in one leg and pick up the object. Number 5, catch the ball. Throw a ball against the wall and move to catch the ball. If possible, use specially made ball that causes irregular bounce. Number 6, stop me please. Place any kind of ball on the ground in front of you. Tap right toe, then left toe on the top of the ball. Do alternate taps and go as fast as you can. Number 7, sprints like Bolt. Perform short sprints about 10 meters. As soon as you finish one sprint, sprint back to the starting line. Repeat for the time period. Number 8, running to the side. Perform shuttle run between two lines with a distance of 6 meters. Number 9, skip with the high knee. Perform skipping motion with high knee lifts. Number 10, jump up to the top. Perform jumps to an elevated surface or stairs approximately 1 to 2 feet. Step down and jump again. Repeat for time period. Catch me, I'm falling. Hold the ball in one hand and drop. Attempt to catch the ball with the same hand just before it hits the ground. 12. Grab me first. Work with a partner. It can be your parent, siblings, friend, or neighbor. Both in push-up position, facing each other with a cap placed between the two of you. See who can grab the cap the fastest. Then, it's your turn to perform these 12 activities. Please don't forget the instructions. Good luck! I hope you performed well. Now that we have finished the discussion, let us now check your understanding of the lesson by answering the activities in your modules. Open your module on pages 10 to 12 and answer the activities. You may check your works afterwards by using the answer key. Congratulations! Grade 11 learners! You really did listen and understand this week's lesson. Today, indeed, is a meaningful learning experience for a subject in Health Optimizing Physical Education 1. By doing physical activities, it is very essential for our well-being during COVID-19 pandemic. Exercise is important because it can reduce stress, prevent weight gain, boost the immune system, and improve sleep. DepEd Davao de Oro continues to deliver quality in basic education in this new normal. I am Teacher Emily Joy Jose Legitimas from Bangon National High School, Compostela East District, saying bye-bye!
Radyo Z-Eskwela Executive Committee. The School's Division Superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin Seso 5. Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan. OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Karina S. Frasco. School Governance and Operations Division Chief, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldecris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Sikinia, Nohara O. Pinute, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Pabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangit, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Productions and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judyland D. U, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riwen Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banias. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Araiz.
We are back mga ka-Z. Oras natin ngayon, it's already 12:36 na po ng hapon. Again, alas 12:36 na ang atong oras. And time check sa itong gihapon ka na to sa Apex Mining Company Incorporated o sa Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated. Ayan, we've already witnessed our third lesson presentation for today's episode, Sir Drew.
Yes, that's right. So it's about the Hope 1 and my topic na skill-related fitness na binigay sa atin ng content presenter na si Ma'am Emily Joy Legitimas. And we would remind our content presenters and together with their resource developer to please submit all your raw materials ahead of time pa po so that our RBI team editors will have an ample time para mas mahatagan pa dyan og time to edit and para mas mapanindot pa dyan ang ato ang lesson presentation din sa atong programa.
Yes, that is right. Tama po yun. So, daghan kayong salamat sa inyo ang makanunayong pagsuporta o pagsabot. Of course, ayan, once again, no, ato ang na-witness ang skill-related fitness nga topic sa ato ang Hope 1. And hopefully, mas nasabtan sa ato mga dear learners nga nasa ilahang mga tagsa-tagsa ka mga panibalay karon ang maong lesson. Once again, congratulations po to Ma'am Emily Joy Legitimas.
And again, we would like to remind all the students across the province of Davao de Oro to notify us with your attendance by filling out the link https://tinyurl.com/Radyo Z-Eskwela April 21. So later on po sa ating programa, we will assess or evaluate kung sino po yung mga nag-participate ng mga students in different schools within our division, and at the same time percentage mo na Teacher Mike kung kinsa jud tong mga nag-respond sa tong everyday na episode din sa atong programa. And speaking of those students, we would like to shout out ang atong mga netizens na ning tan-aw jud sa atong programa karon. We have Micaela Agustin of Pantuca National High School. We have Angel Templasa Villares of also Pantuca National. Almer Kuanag, Dan Abraham Santonia of Lorenzo Sarmiento Senior National High School. We also have one of my students, Jefferson M. Abais from Tuburan National High School, Maob District. And at the same time, Hans Ezekiel Rinconada Hansinal of Lorenzo. And kasama niya sina Zikia Monleon, Angel Dean Co, Melissa May Alinio Esmano, Queenie Lynn Grafilon Maraat. Okay, so thank you so much sa inyong pagtutok sa ating programa. And again, we are encouraging all the students to notify us with the attendance links. Nakalagay po yan or naka-flash sa ating mga FB screens, and at the same time, nakapin po yan sa ating mga comment box sections sa ating different FB pages. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so thank you for that information once again, Sir Drew. Ayan, so hula to na mo, uban pa rin yung mga mensahe, mga pa-shoutout, and of course, your responses laban na sa ito ang Dear Learners. Okay, so alas 12:39, allow me to say hi sa akong mga kaubanan diha sa Kawi National High School. So congratulations mga igsuon. Today, good Sir Drew, ang SBM validation dito karon. So, hello sa mo ang principal nga si Ma'am Norma Ember Ruiz. Ayan, to my mga igsuon. See you later. 12:40 na po ang ating oras. And of course, to my district head, Ma'am Rosario A. Nunez. Hello, Ma'am. Maayong hapon kanimo po.
Alright, at the same time, I would like to greet our Maob District Supervisor, Ma'am Azucena L. Teves, sa iyang mga kaubanan din. And hi to our school head teacher 1, Sir Rogelio A. Guno.
Ayan, so tatlong lesson presentations na po ang ating nasaksihan, which means to say, isa na lamang po ang natitira. At yan po ay para sa ating mga grade 12 learners. So abang-abang po kayo. But for the meantime, nais muna nating pasalamatan po ang ating mga program sponsors sa walang sawang suporta, no? Pagsuporta ng atong programa. Thank you so much for your generosity. We have Radyo Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated,
Maverick Builders Incorporated,
Mitch Construction and Supply,
Architectural Construction and Supply,
DB Construction and Supply,
Kanaway Builders Corporation,
Phoenix Curvada Tagum Gasoline Station,
Master Construction and Supply,
Mackenzie Builders,
and G&H Construction Incorporated.
Ayan, maraming salamat po. Okay, so for the meantime, tayo po'y magbabalik muna. So just continue no na mag-tune in. Walang lipatan dahil kami po ay magbabalik mga kazi makatapos po ang ilang paalala.
Hoy, tara, magklase na ta! Tara, tara! Sige, sige! Let's go!
Kunin na ang radyo, hanapin ang Z-Radio. Halika na at makinig, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig, matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, sigurado
negosyo'y susulong. Kaya halika na, mag-aaral tayo! Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, makinig matuto. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, may matutuhang bago. Sa Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya. Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Handog ng DepEd Davao de Oro, Radyo Z-Eskwela, siguradong masaya!
Let's go!
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Tingog Party List, Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Mabanglo Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Kanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We-Ing Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Bertodato, Apex Mining Company Incorporated, and Icon Builders and Supply. Z Radio 88.5 FM, in partnership with the DepEd Division Office of Davao de Oro, presents the Radyo Z-Eskwela program, a radio-based instruction that will cater learners in the entire province of Davao de Oro. Division Executive Committee, headed by the Schools Division Superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin, CESO 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Feby K. L. Refamonte, CPA, Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Dr. Josie T. Bolufer, and School Governance and Operations Division, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Karina S. Frasco, Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lin, Dr. Eldicris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Siquinia, Nohara O. Pinuti, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Fabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangi, Girly Ringo, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medar T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee for Production and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judelan T. U, Donna D. T. Bolufer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Irene Leia C. Mangohon, and Bessie Aya N. Banyes. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian Anhara L. Martesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoto, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istaniol, Richard H. Arellano, Glee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Arais.
Katambalan ng pag-ahon, isang bansang puso ay pinag-iisa.
Nang dikiing, lahat tayo'y uunlad at aangat.
Ganyan tayo, kabrigada, diwa ng bayanihan, atin ang hanggang simula. Man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayani ka brigada, lahat ang ikawin gawin, bigat ay kayang buhatin. Ito ang pusong brigada, paalala ay pinapaganda. Pusong brigada eskwela, walang iwanan tayo.
Paaralan, tinatawag na tahanan.
Aalagaan, patuloy pagyamanin, kulay at hindi, panatilihin natin. Kapit lang,
Sama-sama,
walang iwanan,
mananatiling magkasangga.
langit ay kakampiling natin. Ano man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayani ka brigada, lahat ay kayang gawin, bigat ay kayang buhatin. Pusong brigada eskwela, walang iwanan tayo. Walang iwanan tayo.
sabay-sabay na babangon, sama-samang ahon, ihanda ang sarili sa hamon. Ipakipigil sa pagsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon, para sa di kalidad na edukasyon.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan, handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Kristiyano at katutubo, isang hanggarin saan patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo.
Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan, handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas.
Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangat palagi ng ating paaralan, ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat, sabay-sabay,
Pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Pre, unsa din ang 88.5?
Z-Radio.
Unsa man po ng Z-Radio?
88.5.
Ah, kuyawa, oy!
Ma 88.5 o Z-Radio man, kamo naminaw sa Ziguradong Lingaw, Ziguradong Kuyaw, Z-Radio 88.5.
Adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong kuyaw, para sa Bulawan na probinsya. Z-Radio sa Bulawan na pagsibya. Z-Radio. Sugata ang adlaw with a smile. Tune in na sa radio, in alive. Bisan na sa man good, listen to the music and it feels so good. Ay gundang ihangtod, mapapuntagan pero lingaw man pod. Sa balay man o trabaho, bisan na sa man ka muadto. Giving you the best music, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kay ang Z-Radio, tagaan mong lingaw. Kahit giving you the best music and everything, that's what make us proud. So turn your radio up, don't stop. Chillin' while tuning sa radio. All day, all night, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Minsan o ka sa pakapadulong, sa balay man o trabaho. Giving you the best music and everything, diri lang sa Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio. Kahit ang adlaw siguradong lingaw, dili magpaulahi kay siguradong tuyaw. Para sa Bulawanon na probinsya, Z-Radio. Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio.
Ka-Z, usa ka ba ka-techie? Pindot dire, pindot dito. Ang inyong bagong Z-Radio may application na. Mag-download sa Android App Store ug Z-Radio application aron masking asa ka man mo adto, Luzon, Visayas ug Mindanao o masking naka sa Zimbabwe. Makapaminaw ka sa Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw, Z-Radio 88.5.
Sa Bulawanon na Pasibya, Z-Radio.
State of the Province. State of the Province. Mga katikaran, kalambuan, news and current affairs ug uban pang mga nagunang panghitabo sa Davao de Oro Province sa pagdumala ni Governor J.V. Tyrone Uy ilalom sa mas gipakusog nga serbisyong walang iwanan, aksyon agad, oro mismo. Inyong mabati matag adlawng Lunes alas 9 hangtod alas 10 sa buntag dinhi lang sa inyong paboritong sibiyahanan ang Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw, Z-Radio 88.5 FM sa dial sa inyong mga radyo. Busa, paminaw na, mag-SOP na kada Lunes. State of the Province. State of the Province.
Mga legal nga hisgutanan, Panyero de Oro, tagaan ug pagtagad sa programang Panyero de Oro. Paminaw kada Miyerkules alas 8 hangtod alas 9 sa buntag. Panyero de Oro, dili lamang sa Z-Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw, siguradong kuyaw.
You got it.
Panyero de Oro. Nagasipyag gikan sa Bulawanong probinsya sa Davao de Oro. Kini ang Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw, 88.5 Z-Radio.
This is Z-Radio 88.5.
Laging handa. Laging handa. Bahatag tuyot sunog lindol bagyo. Mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan. Kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa. Di inaasahang oras.
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
Maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa.
Suriin kung mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka ba nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit. Mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang duga, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Nagasipya gikan sa Bulawanong probinsya sa Davao de Oro. Kini ang Siguradong Lingaw.
Siguradong lingaw.
Siguradong kuyaw.
Siguradong kuyaw.
88.5 Z Radio.
This is Z Radio 88.5.
Z Radio 88.5. Siguradong lingaw. Siguradong kuyaw.
And yes, hello mga kazi, atong oras karon unto palauna na gyud sa hapon. Time check ato gihapon ka nato ni Vice Governor Maria Carmen Zamora. And yes, we're back sa kasama niyo pa rin po kami with our VMix operator Sir Ralph Tabanyag. Ako po si Ma'am Maymay Resma.
And I'm Sir Drew Manuel.
And yes, tapos na po nating maipakita ang tatlo nating lesson presentations for today's episode. Isa na lamang po ang natitira na para po sa ating mga grade 12 learners.
That's right. Tama ka dyan, Teacher Mai. So, we are very excited for our last lesson presentation dahil ito ay tungkol sa Hope 4 na may topic na Introduction to Recreational Activities. And this one will be given to us by one of the RBI editors as he will be the content presenter for this lesson presentation. He is coming from Nabunturan National Comprehensive High School, isang teacher too, and a good friend of ours. We have Sir William Ranara.
Ayan, so for sure, matutuwa ang ating mga dear listeners dahil po pagkatapos ng kanyang lesson presentation,
Yes.
live na live po natin siyang makakasama. Ayan. So, ihandaan nyo na po ang inyong mga katanungan kung doon na mo yung mga kalibog or kung doon na yung mga gustong ipaklaro. So, just feel free ni Ana mga kazi nga mo padala sa inyong mga mensahe. So, promise later, makauban natin siya live na live. But for the meantime, let us all witness his presentation. Kaya naman po, tara na,
magklase na ta!
Health-related fitness is important for anyone who wants to live a physically active lifestyle to support a higher quality of life in this pandemic. So might as well engage yourself with some recreational activities as we welcome another semester. Hello, My name is William Resmaranara from the Bunturan National Comprehensive High School. I am your teacher in health optimizing physical education for recreational activities. Health-related fitness is all about psychology, personal health, and how activity influences us as a person. This is important for anyone who wants to live a physically active lifestyle to support a higher quality of life. While fitness is a condition in which an individual has enough energy to avoid fatigue and enjoy life. Try to look back and reflect on your day's activity. Do you have lots of energy? Or do you get tired easily? Today's episode is designed for you as a grade 12 student to explore knowledge and skills that will help you develop a lifelong habit of physical fitness and wellness. Our lesson is based from the most essential learning competency, which is self-assesses health-related fitness status, barriers to physical activity, assessment participation, and one's diet. And today, you are going to discuss what is recreational activity and some health-related fitness components. Undergo different physical fitness tests to determine the level of fitness in terms of muscular strength, muscular endurance, and flexibility. Compute your body mass index. Value the importance of muscular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, and body composition through HRF tests. Are you ready for our lesson today? Great! But before that, I want you to get paper and pen to write down all the important details that we are going to discuss in this episode. Let us begin. For you to understand the lesson, we will answer the following questionnaire. Your answer will help you evaluate the health-related fitness activities that you are currently engaging by answering the activity number 1, Quest for Fitness. Answer all questions by placing checks on the appropriate lines provided. Analyze the questions and answer truthfully. What is your overall physical activity level? Is it very active, moderately active, active, sedentary, or inactive? Outside of physical education class, are you engaging in a certain form of exercise? If yes, what is it? How will you rate your muscular strength or endurance level? Is it very strong, moderately strong, strong, or not very strong? What about your current cardiovascular fitness level? When you do cardiovascular activities like running, cycling, hiking, swimming, and others, what do you feel? Excellent, fair, good average, or very low? How do you rate your physical activity level? Is it advanced, intermediate, or beginner? Let us proceed to our activity number 2, which is barriers to physical activity. Listed are reasons that people give to describe why they do not get as much physical activity as they think they should. Please read each statement and indicate how likely you are to say each of the following by putting a check mark under your rating. How likely are you to say to number 1, I am so busy now. I just don't think I can't have the time to include recreational activity between school schedule and my work at home. Is it very likely, somewhat likely, somewhat unlikely, or very unlikely? Number 2, none of my family members nor friends are engaged in regular recreational activity, so I don't have the chance to do it. Is it very likely, somewhat likely, somewhat unlikely, or very unlikely? Number 3, I'm just too tired after school to do any recreational activity. Is it very likely, somewhat likely, somewhat unlikely, or very unlikely? Number 4, I've been thinking about participating in a regular workout, but I just can't seem to get started. Is it very likely, somewhat likely, somewhat unlikely, or very unlikely? And number 5, I'm getting bigger and taller, so no need to do recreational activities. Is it very likely, somewhat likely, somewhat unlikely, or very unlikely? Now, analyze your answer. Enumerate your top 3 reasons for not engaging into regular physical or recreational activity. Devise or think a solution or alternative activities to counter these factors from hindering you into engaging in fitness activity. Let's go further by doing recreational activity track and by reviewing what you learned in your junior high school PE class. Get your pen and your notebook. Imagine you are on a trek as part of your recreational activity. The left steps indicates the following test, while the right steps indicates the health-related fitness components. I will give you 30 seconds to answer. Time is up. Now, let us check your answers. Muscular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, flexibility, and body composition. Great! You still remember what you learned from your junior high school.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
A while ago, I mentioned recreational. From the term recreation, is an activity done for an enjoyment when one is not working. Recreational means relating or denoting activity done for enjoyment during free time. It refers to the time spent in an activity one loves to engage in with intent to feel refreshed. Recreational activities help you to take a break from monotony and diversion from daily routine. It gives people the benefit of the positive change from the stereotypical lifestyle. and involves an active participation in entertaining activities that a person is interested in. When a person is engaged in recreating activities that the or she likes, it would naturally give them enjoyment. Recreational activities provide source of joy and relaxation to one's mind and body. And now, let us discover components of health-related fitness. Let us take a closer look at the components of health-related, which are body composition. Body composition is the ratio of the body fat to lean body mass, including water, bones, muscles, and connective tissues. Having too many fat tissues is a risk factor. Cardiovascular endurance is the ability of the heart or cardio and circulatory system or vascular to supply oxygen to muscles for an extended period of time. Cardiovascular or cardiorespiratory or lungs fitness, usually the 1-kilometer run or some other type of continuous fitness activity, or the 12-minute run, cycling, step test, and many others. It is used to assess cardiovascular fitness, while flexibility is the ability to move a body part through a full range of motion at the joint. The seat and reach is commonly used to determine flexibility. Muscular endurance refers to the ability of the muscle to work over an extended period of time without fatigue. Performing push-ups and sit-ups or crunches for 1 minute is commonly used in fitness testing muscular endurance. Muscular strength refers to the maximum of force a muscle can exert against an opposing force. Fitness testing usually consists of a one-time maximum lift using weights or bench press, leg press, and others. These health-related components focus on factors that promote optimum and prevent the onset of disease and problems associated with inactivity. Participating in a regular health-related fitness activity helps to control your weight, prevents diseases and illness, improves your mood, boosts energy, and promotes better sleep. Now that you know the different health-related components, let us now get to know ways on how to assess and keep ourselves fit and healthy. The first one is getting your body mass index or BMI. For this, you will need the following: a weighing scale, a tape measure, and basic math skills. Measure weight in kilograms, your height in meters, and compute for your BMI using this formula. BMI equals measure weight in kilograms over height in meters squared. Second is the zipper test. Its purpose is to test the flexibility of the shoulder girdle. For this, stand straight, raise the right arm, bend your elbow, and reach down across your back as far as possible. Extend your left arm down and behind your back. Bend your elbow up across your back and try to reach or cross your fingers over those of your right hand, as if to pull a zipper or stretch between the shoulder blades. To test the left shoulder, repeat procedures A and B with the left hand over the left shoulder. Have your sibling or anyone with you observe whether the fingers touch or overlap each other. If not, measure the gap between the middle fingers of both hands. Record the distance in centimeter. Use the guide as scoring. To test your cardiovascular endurance, we will use the 3-minute step test, also known as the Cooper test. Follow the instructions to determine your level of fitness in this area. You will need 12 inches high backs or stair step, and stopwatch. How to do it? Have the household member to time you and count out your pace for 3 minutes during this test. When your family member tells you to begin, step up on the backs with your right foot, then bring your left foot up next to it. Step down with your right foot, then your left, to a pace that allows you to do 24 steps per minute. Your friend should keep you in place by saying up, up, down, down as you go. Step up and down on the backs for 3 consecutive minutes. When you are done, sit down and rest for 1 minute. When 1 minute is up, take your pause for 1 full minute. Next is push-up. In this test, you will perform as many push-ups as you can without resting. To do a push-up, lie on your stomach, place your palm next to your shoulders so that your arms make a 45-degree angle with your body. Make sure your toes are pointing straight into the ground, keeping your legs backside tight. Push your body up, making sure that your body stays in a straight line and your hips do not sag your stomach, should be pulled in and head relaxed and in line with your body. Do as many push-ups as possible while still using the correct form. Write down your total score. While muscular endurance involves the muscle in building a number of continuous movements, muscular endurance can be a specific muscle or muscle group such as the biceps, making continual contractions over a considerable period, perhaps over a number of minutes. The following are a number of everyday activities that require good muscular endurance, just like pump the well, gardening, cleaning your backyards, as all these activities involve a number of muscular contractions over a number of minutes. It would require a good intensity of muscular endurance. It's also vital for nearly all sports. There you have it. Now, you know your strengths and weaknesses. You may start improving. One of the best ways to stay fit and healthy is do physical activity because it requires the use of skeletal muscles that utilizes energy. You might have experienced that no matter how determined you exercise, you suddenly lose interest, and when an emergency comes up, you feel like you are not in the mood. In fact, many people come up with excuses to avoid exercise. Question to you is, do we get to engage in recreational activities these days? Because of the current situation, most of us are at home, and not too many of us have space to do recreational activities. Other reasons are barriers to recreational activity involvement, such as lack of time, social support, lack of energy, lack of motivation, fear of injury, lack of skill, high cost, lack of facilities, and weather conditions. Being physically fit also includes eating right. So, let's talk about food and our eating habits. Eating habits refers to why and how people eat, which food we eat, and with whom we eat with, as well as the ways people obtain, store, use, and discard food. There are also factors that influence eating habits. Influences to food choices are individual preferences, cultural influences, social influences, religious influences, economic influences, environmental influences, and political influences. How can we improve our eating habits? To improve our eating habits, it will require us to reflect replace, and reinforce. Reflect on all of our specific eating habits, both bad and good, and your common figures for unhealthy eating. Replace. Replace your unhealthy eating habits with healthy ones. Reinforce. Reinforce your new healthy eating habits.
The Radyo Z-Eskwela program of the Division of Davao de Oro is being brought to you by Nueda Builders Construction and Supply Incorporated, Maverick Builders Incorporated, Mitch Construction and Supply, Archicons Architectural Construction and Supply, DB Construction and Supply, Hanaway Builders Corporation, Phoenix Corvada Tagum Gasoline Station, Master Construction and Supplies, Mackenzie Builders, GP&H Construction Incorporated, Metro Gear Construction Corporation, NEN Builders and Development Services Corporation, Max Mays Enterprises Incorporated, We Inc. Construction Company, Rangay Construction and Supply, East Sussex Enterprise, WM Construction, Councilor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertodazo, Icon Builders and Supply, and Apex Mining Company Incorporated.
And now, let us check on whether you learned about our topic today. In 30 seconds, get a piece of paper and a pen and answer our questions. Your time starts now. I hope you have your materials now. Let's begin. Question number 1. For 10 seconds. This is the activity done for enjoyment when one is not working. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answer is recreational activities. Question number 2. In any order, for 20 seconds, name the 5 health-related fitness components. Time starts now. Time's up. The correct answers in any order are body composition, flexibility, cardiovascular endurance, muscular endurance, muscular strength. For our final question, name the 3 ways of improving your eating habits. 20 seconds starts now. And the correct answers in any order are reflect, replace, reinforce. I hope that you got all the answers right. Recreational activity can be more enjoyable and beneficial for your health. You can make your recreational activities more exciting. This will allow you to keep your body fit while staying at home. Always remember, a healthy body makes a healthy mind. Join us as we engage different recreational activities. Not only engaging activities that await you, but also additional learnings toward achieving an active and healthy lifestyle. There you have it. I hope you have learned and enjoyed our lesson today. In our subject, Health Optimizing Physical Education for Recreational Activities. This is Sir Will, your Hope teacher. Goodbye.
Radyo Z-Eskwela Executive Committee, the school's Division Superintendent, Eufemia T. Gamutin Sasu 5, Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Romel R. Handayan, OIC Curriculum Implementation Division Chief, Karina S. Frasco, School Governance and Operations Division Chief, Dr. Ruben J. Riponte. Members: Cecilia Morales, Dr. Hilda A. Opeña, Dr. Arlene B. Lim, Dr. Eldicris B. Calzadora, Dr. Dexter A. Sikinya, Nohara O. Pinute, Noemi P. Canales, Dr. Grace D. Pontillas, Virgilito C. Pabrices, Juanito Lapiceros, Engineer Norberto S. Manlangi, Jomar M. Dumupoy, Bob Dalan S. Milabat, Medard T. Ampit, and Paz Eugenia Villusino. Technical Working Committee, Productions and Communications, Lorely E. Quijano, Given G. Hinampas, Judyland T. Yu, Donna D. T. Bolifer, Mary Rose N. Resma, Riven Manuel, Irene Lea C. Manguhon, and Bessie Aya N. Banias. Social Media and Packaging Team, Christian and Hara L. Nartesio, William R. Ranara, Joan T. Iscoton, Roberto S. Acusar Jr., May B. Istanyol, Richard H. Arellano, Lee L. S. Blanco, Ralph A. Tabanyag, Angelo Gutierrez Jr., and Jade Karen Araiz.
Oras na to karon mga ka-Z, it's already 1:30 na sa hapon. Again, 1:30 na po ang ating oras po ngayon. And yes, we just witnessed our last lesson presentation for today's episode po.
Yes, and that's about the Hope for na may topic na Introduction to Recreational Activities. And we would like to say thank you so much and congratulations po sa ating content presenter for this one. Isang teacher too of Nabunturan National Comprehensive High School, we have Sir William Resmara Nara.
And yes, as promised kanina nga kasi live na live po natin siyang makakasama ngayon. Oo, kilala natin to Sir Drew.
Of course.
Yes, isa sa ating mga editors po dito sa RBI. Ayan, so once again, let's all welcome Teacher 2 from Nabunturan National Comprehensive High School, Sir William Ranara.
Hi, sir.
Ayan, hello Sir William.
Hello.
Yes, yes, so mauni si Sir William, no, ang isa sa ato ang mga editors din hipo sa RBI. So karon Sir William, handang-handa ka na?
Yes, I'm ready.
So we have here our frequently asked questions na nagmula po sa ating mga viewers and listeners. So we have 3 questions. So simulan mo na Sir Drew.
Yes, so first question dito Sir William is, what are the benefits you get in participating in recreational activities?
Sir Drew, if an individual participates in physical activities or recreational activities, it helps reduce the risk of different diseases like heart diseases and stroke. And it may also reduce the risk of developing high blood pressure. It may also help prevent the growth of certain cancers. And by participating in recreational activities or any physical activities, it will also improves our quality of sleep.
Okay, so yun. Now, it's already 1:32 para po sa ating second question. Paborito ni Sir Drew to eh. How can we improve our eating habits po? How can we improve our eating habits?
So let me reiterate, when I discuss my topic, I mentioned the 3 R's. So what are those 3 R's to improve our eating habits? So we should apply these 3 R's for us to again develop our eating habits, and at the same time ito yung batayan natin sa ating learning competencies which is participating in one's diet. And aside from we are just monitoring our physical activities, of course we should have to monitor our diet. Silang kag-exercise pero and in the end
Sige po,
is
kakao.
magsipag ka sa useless ang imuhang pag-exercise or paghimo sa physical activities. So let me go back to the 3 R's, which is the reflect, replace, and reinforce. Reflect on all of our specific eating habits, both bad and good, and your common figures for unhealthy eating. And replace your unhealthy eating habits with healthy ones. And the last one is reinforce your new healthy eating habits.
Wow, the 3
Ayun.
R.
So, dapat magbago na pala, Sir Drew. Kasi kami ni Sir Drew,
Uy,
we eat
tanawa daw ako
everything.
lawas.
But in moderation. Yes.
Moderation, dyan. Ikaw, Teacher Mike.
Okay, so 1:33 na po. We still have our one last question, Sir Drew.
Last question dito, Sir William, is what strategies would best work for you in overcoming your own barriers to become more physically active?
Actually, Sir Drew, ang dami pong strategies for us to overcome our barriers. So, as I mentioned earlier on my topic, so ang daming barriers na hindi tayo makaperform kasi pandemic nga, hindi tayo naggawa ng mga physical activities.
Tama.
So, what we're going to do while we are at home or staying at home? So, for me, I mentioned, di ba, earlier, yung cardiovascular endurance. I mentioned also cardiovascular strength. So, yung simpleng gardening, paglilinis ng bahay, consider yun as a physical activities.
Okay.
So, dapat is tumulong po tayo sa ating mga magulang. So, let me go back again to the strategy. So, for example, you find it hard to manage your time. So, you find it hard to manage your time because of answering modules or daghan kay sugo si mama related sa kanang balay, di ba? Dili na takahimo og mga physical activities. The first thing you must do is to identify your available time slots. Dito na time is parang nag-procrastinate ka lang dito na time. So, mind as well na gagawa ka ng mga physical activities or recreational activities. So, you need to monitor your daily activities for 1 week. And after that, identify at least 5 30-minute time slots that you could use for physical activity. And, for example, you have another barrier. As I mentioned earlier, ang dami ng for example, lack of motivation. Wala kang ganang gumawa ng physical activities or recreational activities. So, I don't know what your reasons, but perhaps try your best to plan ahead on what you are going to do or what recreational activities. Kasi yung mind games or yung mga chess is considered as recreational activities, diba?
Yes.
But pero for mind yun, diba? Mind games. So mind as well also to do parang physical activities. Labas-labas din pag minsan nakikita ko nga yung mga students natin nagdo biking na sila, diba? So I just want to congratulate my students, Jeremil Mantog and Troy Macalos. They are into biking as of the moment. And as you notice, ang dami-daming magbabike dito sa Nabunturan and other part of the province.
Yeah, so isa na doon si Kuya Tata ako, Sar.
Yes. So after that, make your physical activity a regular part of your daily or weekly schedule and write it on your calendar. And aside from that, hindi ka talaga ma-motivate kapag ikaw lang mag-isa ang gagawa nito. So, you need to invite friends to exercise with you on a regular basis and write it on both of your calendars or you have to make a schedule.
Ayan, so you should invite a friend pala. Naalala ko lang, Sir Drew, someone told me na, karon man good, for example, ikaw, Sir Drew, no, nga motorcycle. So, you should park daw your, vehicle away sa imuhang kuan. Kaya para mapugos ka og ng baktas. Oo. So, at the same time, naka-walking, diba?
Same sa imong hobby, ma'am. Kung magpasundo ka, dito ka sa capital magpasundo. Para baktas ka. Tama ba?
Murag layo-layo rag yun ko, Sir Drew.
Sa Tamaria lang.
Murag ka na, laban-laban lang. Okay, so maraming thank you, Sir William. So, we learned a lot. You should invite a friend pala para maging motivated ka.
Wow.
So, Sir Ralph, invite a friend. Yes, so, ayan. So, hopefully, mas naintindihan po ng ating mga learners na nasa kani-kanilang mga tahanan ang ating naging discussion for today. Pero bago ta mag-say goodbye kay
Yes.
Sir William, kay basing mangluod po ni. Oo, kay tagsaraban ni siya mo appear kay kasagaran na aragyod ni siya sa Pikas Lawak. So, Sir, basin doon na kay mga gustong i-greet o pasalamatan.
Hello to all grade 12 learners. But before that, I just want to greet our SDS, Ma'am Pam, our ASDS, Sir Handayan. Thank you for this opportunity. Of course, si Sir Dexter, si Kenya, our apps in MAPE. Thank you for this opportunity, sir. I would like to greet also our school heads, Ma'am Maria Vertusio, AD. Thank you, ma'am, for always supporting us in this endeavor. To Ama, Sir Edgardo B. Masambo, Ma'am, thank you, sir, for always supporting us. And to all the faculty and staff of Nabunta National Comprehensive High School, thank you for your support, especially to the health optimizing physical education teachers, Sir Kim, Ma'am Loy, Ma'am Sheila. So please spread po this topic for our students relate, diba, on our modules. I just want to greet also the working or the RBI team, Radyo Z-Eskwela team, Ma'am Donna, who are still here, Ma'am Irene, Ma'am Jade, Sir Rob, Ma'am Maymay, Sir Drew, Ma'am Harry, Sir Chad, and Sir Tata, and all of the RBI teams. Thank you very much, and to my love, to my family, Gwen.
Oh, hello, Ma'am Gwen! Ang loving wife ni Sir William. Yes, so okay na, Sir William.
Bye-bye po.
Yan.
Okay.
So makakasama natin si Sir William kasi isa talaga siya sa ating RBI team pero hindi niyo siya kadalasan nakikita, naririnig. Pero sila po, isa po siya sa mga persons behind the wonderful lesson presentation dahil bago natin isa lang dito sa ating programa, dadaan pa po yan sa kanilang mga golden hands. Oo. So thank you so much, Sir William. It's a pleasure nga makauban ug makahinami ka namo karon. Ayan, so once again, Sir William Resma Ranara, Teacher 2 from Nabuntura National Comprehensive High School. Ayan, speaking of Compre, nais kong batiyan ng happy birthday si Sir Jeff Palma nga nag-celebrate karon sa iyang adlaw na tawan. Happy birthday, Sir Jeff.
Happy birthday, sir. And again, we would like to remind all the content presenters and the creative resource material developer po sa mga sasalang this week and at the same time next week po to please submit your raw materials ahead of time para mas mapanindot pa dyan sa atong RBI team editors ang inyong mga lesson presentations. And thank you so much sa inyong pagsabot.
Yes, so oras nato karon, it's still 1:41 mga ka-Z. 19 minutes pa po ang ating pagsasamahan. But for the meantime, mag-break muna ta. And just keep your messages coming in among hulaton. And of course, we are encouraging our dear learners to kindly notify us with your attendance. So just stay tuned. Dili sa inyong paboritong radio station, ang Z-Radio 88.5, ang istasyong Siguradong Lingaw.
Siguradong Kuyaw.
And yes, mabalik kita after these few messages po.
Z-Radio, 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 Z-Radio. Z-Radio 88.5, Siguradong Lingaw, Siguradong Kuyaw. Katambalan ng pag-ahon, isang bansang puso ay pinag-iisa.
Nang diin, lahat tayo'y uunlad at aangat.
Hilyan tayo, kabrigada, diwa ng bayanihan, atin ang ang nasimula. Man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayan at kabrigada, lahat ang ikayang gawin, bigat ay kayang buhatin. Ito ang pusong brigada, paala'y pinapaganda. Pusong brigada eskwela, walang iwanan tayo.
Paano lang tinatawag na tahanan?
Aalagaan, patuloy pagyamanin, kulay at tinig, panatilihin natin.
Ito lang,
Kapit lang,
sama-sama,
walang iwanan.
mananatiling magkasangga.
Langit ay kakampiling namin. Ano man ang mararating, mananatiling tayo ay magkasangga. Dahil sa tuwing kasama ka, kabayani ka, brigada. Lahat ay kayang gawin, bigat ay kayang buhatin. Pusong brigada, eskwela, walang iwanan tayo. Walang iwanan tayo. Laging handa. Laging handa. Baha, tagtuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo. Mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan. Kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka ba nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit. Mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang bulkan, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
Magbayanihan na, magbayanihan na. Bayanihan, pagtutulungan, walang kupas na kaugalian. Tatag at tibay, sinasabuhay, galak sa puso ay walang kapantay. Panahon na naman ang bigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa. magbayanihan na. Ikaw ako, tayong lahat, hawak kamay, sabay-sabay, kapit bisig, buong bayan. Tara na, kumilos na. Tulong-tulong sa pagsulong, hatid na kalidad sa edukasyon. Sa kabataan, saya at dunong, buong madla sabay na aahon. Panahon na naman ng brigada, pagbigisin lakas at diwa. Tara na, brigada na. Brigada, eskwela, magkaisa, sama-sama. Brigada, eskwela, salit na buong barkada. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, eskwela, kilos na, magbayanihan na. Brigada, magbayanihan na. Sabay-sabayhan na.
Z Radio 88.5.
Ayan, oras po natin ngayon. It's already 1:49 na sa hapon. Time check at gihapon ka nato ni Vice Governor Maria Carmen Zamora. Kayo nakatutok pa rin po sa inyong paboritong programa. Ito ang Radyo Z-Eskwela.
Siguradong masaya.
Yes, dito po yan sa inyong paboritong radio station. Ang Z Radio 88.5. Ang istasyong Siguradong Lingaw.
Siguradong kuya.
Uban gihapon mininyo mga kazima Maymay Resma po.
And Sir Drew Manuel po.
Uban gihapon si Sir Ralph Tabanyag, ang ato ang VMix operator. Ayan, sa mga kakatune in lang po, if you missed no ato ang episode or dunay mga lesson presentation sa upat na amoy na miss nga gusto ninyo tan-awon pagbalik, worry no more tungod kay ato aning i-upload pina-update sa ato ang YouTube channel mga kazi. So just make sure nga nakasubscribe na mo. Our YouTube channel is
Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO.
Yes, Radyo Z-Eskwela DDO. Please do like our videos also. Huwag mo kalimot sa pag-hit sa notification bell para pina-update pod ma-notify mo kung doon na tayo mga bagong videos nga ato ang i-upload.
Ayan, and as a recap po sa ating today's episodes for the 4 lesson presentations for today, we have grade 9 MAPE. The topic is effects of substance use and abuse. Sinundan yan ng grade 10 MAPE na African music. And then we have Hope 1, skill-related fitness. And also for the last lesson for today, Hope 4, introduction to recreational activities.
Ayan, so sa lahat ng ating content presenters for today, along with the material developers, no, maraming salamat po and congratulations po sa inyo. Again, we are reminding our content presenters na sasalang po for this week to kindly submit your materials kung wala pa nakasubmit kay aron matagaan nato og time mga to ang team. Labaw natong editors nga ma-check and to enhance no your materials bago nato masalang dinhi sa ato ang programa. And early reminder for the content presenters next week, no? Kung mahimo ahead of time natong mapasa po, daghang kaayong salamat.
Ayan, sin bago tayo mag-bye-bye Teacher Mai, sa pasalamatan natin ang ating mga Radyo Z-Eskwela program sponsors.
Yes, maraming thank you po to Metro Gear Construction Corporation,
Yan Builders and Development Services Corporation,
Max Maze Enterprises Incorporated,
We Construction Company,
Rangay Construction and Supply,
East Sussex Enterprise,
WM Construction,
Counselor Boogie and Miss Marjorie Vertudazo,
Acon Builders and Supply,
Apex Mining Company Incorporated,
and Tupahati Construction. Ayan sila po ang ating mga program sponsors. Maraming thank you po.
And also, if you are just on air dyan sa yung radyo, you're just using your radio, and at the same time, gumagamit kayo ng mga smartphones or Android phones, feel free to download the Z Radio application para dali na mo ma-notify not only for the Radyo Z-Eskwela program din sa atong paboritong istasyon, but also to all the programs na naatadres sa atong station.
Yes, so once again, I would like to congratulate no ang mga schools sa Labunturan East District karon nagakandak og district SBM validation. Ayan, congratulations po mga ma'am and sir. Oo, napawi rin ang lahat ng puyat. Oo, Sir Drew, sa ato ang mga pagpaningkamot no. So once again, congratulations labaw na sa ato ang mga school heads po. Okay, so 1:53 na ang ating oras ngayon. Kami magpapaalam na po. Ayan, so maraming thank you for tomorrow's episode. Ano po ang dapat nilang abangan?
Yes, Teacher Mai. So, abang-abang ang ating mga learners ng Kinder, SPED, MTB3, Alive, @radioz-SPFL.
Ayan, so abangan niyo po yan bukas. So, see you on Saturday. Kami po magbabalik sa Saturday. Apan ang atuang programa, mapaminaw ninyo adlawng tanan. Sugod adlawng Lunes, taman adlawng Domingo. Alas 10 sa buntag, kutob alas 2 sa hapon.
And tomorrow naman, makakasama nyo Teacher Donna, Teacher JL, and Teacher Given.
And yes, dapat niyo pong abangan dahil malapit na magbabalik na si Nanay Lori.
Wow, ang pagbabalik ni Nanay.
Abangan niyo po ang pagbabalik ni Nanay Lori. Okay, so 1:53 na po sa ngalan sa Kinatibuk ang Puwersa sa RBI DepEd Division of Davao de Oro. Inubanan sa management and staff dinhi sa Z-Radio 88.5. Sa ngalan na lang usab sa ato ang Miyerkules team na si Ma'am Donna, Sir JL, Ma'am Irene, Ma'am Jade. Oo, uban usab ang ato ang VMix operator nga si Sir Ralph Tabanyag. Kini inyong mga maestro sa kahanginan po ay ang Ma'am Maymay Resma.
And I'm Sir Drew Manuel.
Yes, daghang salamat mga kazi sa inyong pagpaminaw. Hangtod sa sunod higayon, sa kanunay, dalaygon ang Diyos.